Hello everybody. So I was going to make a super professional video, like edited, pieced together on my computer, and I have procrastinated for probably a week and a half having shot footage already. But I've got some updated stories anyway. It's a beautiful day. It's fresh on my mind because the last one happened last night. Not that my mind's fresh, I did just wake up from a nap. Got my child out here playing, and I'm just gonna make a video right here, get it over with, so I will have done my part, and hopefully God will know that. Alright, so Joplin Spook Lights, the Hornet Spook Lights, the Tri-State Spook Light, or just the Spook Light in general was a term coined by this phenomena in Southwest. Just kidding, not Southwest Missouri. It's at the border of Southwest Missouri, literally like along State Line Road. It's really in Oklahoma. I think it's called like Quapaw, Oklahoma. I've lived in Missouri from California for close to 10 years, and I have heard about this thing the whole time. I never went until about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago was my first time. I had a friend come over probably about 8 o'clock at night. We had nothing to do, and we were like an hour and a half there, hour and a half back. Let's go see this thing. So we decided to take a little mini road trip. The spook light occurs on a country road, a length of it that is 4 miles long. It appears to different people as different things. People see green and greenish blue lights jumping through the trees, bobbing around, going through the fields. People also see like orange lights. There's some legends that say that it's somebody's lantern, like an old dead Indian's lantern, because it mostly appears as like an orangish light that kind of looks like a lantern. It'll get brighter or dimmer. Some people have seen it slam into the ground and explode into 1,000 orbs. Some people have seen a 6-foot wide orb. It's appeared in people's cars before. There are literally thousands and thousands of stories about this thing. So I figured I'd go and see it for myself. So we go, and we go up and down this 4-mile stretch of road 4 times. 4th time, we end up getting a little bored of it, and we decide to turn around about halfway down the road. So as we're heading back after turning around, my friend's kind of quiet, and I'm looking around. I'm determined to see this thing. And she's going a little fast. I wanted to tell her to slow down. I didn't know what was going on. And then she told me to look behind us. And lo and behold, there is a orange orb of light behind us, tracking us. There is a cell tower at the end of the road, so you have to be careful to distinguish things from the cell tower. So we ended up going over hills and expecting this thing to disappear, and it stayed with us over the hills. And we ended up getting to a T in the road because this road ends, and then there's the main road that tees off and ends this road. And we stopped at that T and we watched this light behind us glow and flutter out, come back, and just basically do crazy stuff. And we turned on, before we turned on the road, a truck started coming down the Teed road. And as the truck got close, the light actually disappeared and reappeared when the truck went by. We turned on the road then, and the thing came with us, stayed with us probably about 100 feet, and then disappeared. So that was the first time. The second time, I had to take my boyfriend out because he doesn't really believe in any supernatural events. He's really had nothing happen to him. So I brought him. I was like, if this happened to him, like we got followed by an orb of light for 2 miles. Followed by an intelligent orb of freaking light. So I'm like, if I can get something like this to happen to him, like, boom, he will be a believer. So we go, and he sees enough to whet his appetite. Nothing big, but we ended up seeing it at the end of the road, and it stayed at the end of the road, probably about 3 miles away. But it would blink, and it would dim out, and it would do its own thing, and it was pretty cool. So we saw it kind of appearing at the end of the road, and then after that disappeared, we saw a big flash of light at a hill that we were on, and then nothing else, so we left. So that was the second time that I went out there. The third time I went out there, this is all in the period of a month and a half, mind you. My boyfriend and I go, and we decide to bring the original friend that I went. This time, the spook light appeared at the end of the road, and we watched it for as long as it stayed, and it stayed there for about 2 hours. We watched this thing. It would flash in sync with the cell tower. It's kind of by the end of the road, but then it would stop, and it would create its own beat, and then it would stop and dim and then grow really bright, and it was doing its own thing. There was one point where it appeared to be traveling down the hill, but it went right back up to that spot, and it stayed at that spot. So that was the third time. The fourth time was this last Saturday night, so almost a week ago. It was just in passing. I had never been to a casino before, and this light is literally 10 minutes away from Downstream Casino. So I went to the casino for the first time. It was awesome. We won $170. Like, it was a great time. We were leaving, and I'm like, let's go to the spook light, please, please, please. He didn't want to, but he took me just for me. So we went out. Only one trip up and down this road, mind you. We kept seeing this thing appearing at the top of the hill, but the thing about it is it had stayed the entire time last time we were there. This time it only appeared as a bit of a flash while we were driving towards it. Then it came a little bit again, and then it would disappear. So we were driving towards where it came from, and I got a strange feeling, and I was like, oh shit, look behind us. And I turned around, and there was a pretty close orange orb of light behind us. He turned around, he got to see it, and as soon as he saw it, it disappeared. So that was that time. And then the last time that we went was last night. Okay, so the last time that we went was last night. My friend came over. We're like, what do we do? Spontaneous road trip. So we decided to go yesterday. What, boo-boo? Hold on, let me finish this. Okay, so we decided to go last night. God, I need to drink my coffee. I'm so tired. We went up and down that road 4 times, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. And my friend has had crazy experiences. Crazy. Like, I thought I used to have crazy experiences until I heard her testimony. The stuff that she's encountered is insane. So I believe her word. She knows what she's talking about. So we traveled this road 4 times without seeing anything significant. It would appear at the top of the road like it likes to, maybe just in just little spurts. It looked like it was having a lot of trouble hanging on. So we finally gave up. We went up and down one more time. And towards the end of the road, we went down, and we were coming back. And as we were coming back, nearing the end, we have to turn off. She says she gets a really strange feeling, just like she's going downhill in a roller coaster. Like the wind gets sucked in out of her, her stomach bottoms out. And I was like, okay, that's weird, because a car had just gone by. Like, it wasn't the lonely road it had been. Like, it was a weird time to be feeling creeped out. So as soon as the car passes us and we carry on to where the road almost tees, okay, so we're nearing the end of the road, and we look back, and lo and behold, there is the original orange light that had followed us the first time. And right before this had happened, I had asked if she wanted to slow down, and she had told me that she didn't think it was a matter of us finding it, but it was it finding us. So lo and behold, there it is in our rear view mirror. We turn around and look, and we can see the taillights of the car going under it. So I don't even know if they were aware of this orb. And it suddenly was real close to us, in the exact spot that it stopped and watched us the first time, where we stopped at the T in the road and watched this thing behind us. It stopped in the exact same spot, did the exact same spot. It glowed a little brighter this time, and it just stayed there, pulsing, glowing, doing its thing. And we were like, so what do? We stayed there for like a couple minutes watching it. So she puts the car in reverse, and as soon as she starts moving in reverse, it disappears, just like that. So we went home actually having experienced something, which we didn't think we were going to, since this happened at the very end. Apparently it was like, wait guys, no wait, look what I can do. You know, like Stuart from SNL. So anyway, there has been legend of this thing for hundreds of years, and with the experiences I have had, I used to be tortured. I will have to put a testimonial video, but the demonic torture that I underwent, and the fact that I tried everything from every religion before I ended up going to the church down the street when stuff started getting physical. And that experience of a prayer request down the street is what ended this stuff, just instantly. Years of torment. So I'm a little wary, of course, and I like to, I mean, if there is an interaction with spirits, you know, the Bible does say, test the spirits. But in this case, I get sucked into the day-to-day a lot. I get really distracted, and even being aware of the larger reality of things, it's easy to forget. And I think society has been designed that way. But it's easy to forget the larger reality and the greatness of these multidimensional beings. And the reality, of course, I said that. So this, it didn't give me the creepy feeling like when I got home. I mean, it stayed in the same spot for hundreds of years, and it really just kind of gave me a booster. You know, experiencing the paranormal on a level like that just makes you realize the reality, kind of brings you back to it. So all in all, cool experiences. We were at, how many times did we go? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm a 5 for 5. 5 trips to E50, the country road, and I've had 5 experiences. There's a little spider crawling on me. Ah! So all in all, pretty awesome. If you live in Southwest Missouri, I would definitely, it's a good time to go. I would definitely recommend traveling there. So that is my Joplin Spook Light story. So thank you for watching. Bye.